What started as a simple plan to turn a window into a door quickly spiraled into one of our trickiest challenges yet. Because just as we were about to put the final touches on our window, the entire project turned into a puzzle of unexpected surprises. Here's an honest raw look of how we handled it.
This window, guys, is something that's got a lot of challenges.
And that's why certain things just take twice as long usually, or more. We're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers building our dream as we turn this old watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin. It's you guys. Welcome back, Adventure Fam. It's nice to see you here. If you remember in our last door episode, we beautifully restored the original front door. One thing that's missing though is our knocker. Unfortunately, it rusted and broke off on the back, but I think we could use some epoxy or glue of some sort, get that back up on there. All right, come on in. We have some updates to show you though, because we had to go away for a day. It was actually to get our residency cards renewed, if you guys saw that episode. But during that day, Ferg actually made some huge progress on our other doors. So you might remember that our windoor, half window, half door, stable door combo in our upper bedroom, that was being worked on at the sawmill. And so behind me here, we have all of the parts assembled, and they've all been sealed separately so that no moisture got into those cracks, because the winter is here. The moisture is no joke. So if we do things right, we don't have to do them twice. So yes, this is the bottom half of the stable door, which will be getting painted and put in place by the end of the episode. That is the hope. That is the goal. At this point, it was still too early to tell that once this part of the window was put into place, we would then find some new design challenges. And over here is our lovely small kitchen door. This is gonna be fully glass. In our last door episode, we explained that the glass had already been ordered. So it just depends if that arrives to us before the end of the episode, if this one gets to be completed too.
But do you notice back here?
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. There are no more windows in the old portion of the mill right now. Look at that. I kind of love it. Don't you? Just kind of want to sit here. Wow.
What a breeze and temperature today.
You can really see the bricks. Well, more so on this side because the foam blocks it a lot over here. But again, it was really easy to cut out these windows. Ferg was able to do this on his own while we were updating our residency cards. Next steps, you guys know the drill. Sand, seal, paint, assemble.
This is the very first one that we have the window frame hung inside the casing.
Wow.
This is one of the things we learned. Install the weather stripping in here before setting the hinges. It gives us just a few extra millimeters so that way the window closes properly.
That's what's kind of fun about doing the two sections separate. The guys have learned a lot of tips and tricks from installing the upper portion windows that now will hopefully help save them some time in the lower portion.
All of these windows that were taken out have already been sanded, cleaned up, prepared along with these window frames. It's really nice to be working down in the main part of the house now, having a much bigger sanding area, 2 workbenches, workshop, tool setup,
lights,
even spending time by our glorious millstone.
Yeah, what a workshop space. Ferg goes, you guys should really consider just making this a workshop. And I'm like, basically, I want to keep it open air. I want an easel over there for painting, a big table here, maybe made at the sawmill, like the one that we saw.
That table was incredible.
Just
the day
massive.
We saw there.
Yeah, just a big workspace, eating space, sharing space. But okay, lots of work before the end of this episode. Let's get to it. In case you've wondered how we do it, and by it, I mean continue showing up for the work despite the seemingly never-ending tasks and the sometimes lack of energy and maybe motivation, is because we have amazing workers and helpers to help hold us accountable, and we have each other to help uplift each other's spirits, to help share the workload with, to hug when we need a little bit more energy and maybe a little burst of hope. And it's also through a lot of prayer, a lot of courage, and a lot of continued visualization of our dreams coming true. Not every day is easy here, and it can be quite exhausting, not only physically, but mentally, spiritually. But because we have one another, our faith in ourselves, each other, it really helps us continue to see our hopes and dreams through until they're here, right alongside us, surrounding us in the form of our future home. Sometimes I feel like I just work here, but nope, I have to remember, one day, if we just continue sanding and hinging and painting and priming and believing, we will live inside of this mill. And we're so grateful to all of you who are here for being a part of this incredible journey of ours. I don't think we could do it without you guys. You make the storytelling too much fun and more meaningful than just doing it for ourselves. So thank you for being here with us and for encouraging us in more ways than you know. Dinner with a view is complete.
I'm still working on mine.
I already ate all mine. But look at this. We have cuts. They cut. And it's a weeknight. This feels luxurious.
We went grocery shopping. We stopped by a building materials store. And now we're just enjoying our evening. You and I, babe.
So if you guys have an inkling to just go out there and enjoy life a little bit more today, do that. Do that for yourself. It's worth it. Makes you feel a whole lot better.
Do it the Mr. and Mrs. Adventure way.
Does that mean dessert kisses?
Yep.
Coming soon.
Enjoy the view, guys. This is going to be a glorious sunset. It's snowing foam.
It's snowing in summertime. You realise how loose some of this is as well, wouldn't it?
The stones and bricks. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you start touching it and stuff's...
Oh, it's really loose in there.
Yeah, so...
This is probably all Cal Hydraulica.
Yeah, it's all a line. It's all just gone, isn't it?
Do you think that's like 15 years old when these windows were put in? You think that's really old stuff?
Yeah, that's original. That's why it's kind of a bit short. But yeah, like you say, you start touching that and more wants to fall out. You know, when this is all repointed, it depends what you end up having to do around here and stuff, but then it's all going to be stable again. And that's kind of like with conservation stuff, which is kind of, this is conservation. It's like, keep the disruption to a minimum. I mean, you start taking bit of the pointing out, and then it's like, oh, down the bricks.
Yeah, I know, a stone is
now
totally...
I've got to take the stones out, and then, you know, next week you haven't got any wall.
There are so many complications when it comes to working with old brick and stone walls, but thanks to the sponsor of today's episode, Fantic, who makes the pocket-sized D2 laser level. A lot of the jobs around here are so much easier to get straight. It shines an incredibly bright green laser beam 100 feet across, but what's also awesome about this is that it has a self-leveling mode and a manual mode. You simply just switch the little button over here. You either can unlock or lock the pendulum. If the pendulum is locked, then it is self-leveling. If it's unlocked, then you can manually set it. Self-leveling is great for things like hanging picture frames,
Spot on.
or in our case, making sure that our window frames are perfectly straight. And the manual mode is awesome because you can align it to any angle that you need. What's also impressive is that it has a 10-hour runtime, making it perfect for a full workday. It lasts about 10 hours on a full charge, which is perfect for a full-on workday. It feels like I'm holding a mug. But right now, Fantic is offering a huge promotion, giving 30% off on Amazon for their Prime Day sale. Plus, you get an extra 5% off using our code MMAD2Laser. And you can apply a coupon to save a total of 43%. Just click on our link below. We so appreciate when you support the brands who support us. It really helps us to continue in our project here. It is quite the project, and every time you click on one of our sponsors' links and show interest, it matters. So thank you, and let's get back to painting, sanding, hanging, leveling.
All right, the next set of 4 window casings are all ready to go. Just time to call the painter and get the painter back in the booth.
Don't worry, we're not going to have you rewatch the entire repriming and repainting of all of the bottom windows.
Paint shop's open for business.
If you guys saw the original painting of the upper portion of the mill episodes, then you know how it goes. And if you haven't seen that yet, then we'll put a link to it right up here. We just wanted to give you a little idea of the steps required before they all get put back into the walls that will, yes, eventually get repointed on the outside so that all of the rocks and bricks are stable. We just want to finish the inside first so we can move in sooner, and then we'll focus on finishing up the outside. But plastering the newer brick portion is also at the top of our list. There's a lot of things on that list.
Feels pretty good to have some experience under my belt with this. I don't feel like a total rookie that needs to read the manual. And we got everything prepared, the booth back up here, and we got a lot of frames, a lot of casings, and a lot of trim strips to do.
Check on Mr. Adventure's progress, and he said that he just finished primering every single window frame for the downstairs. Look at all that.
That feels good.
Yeah.
Quite the sweat going on. It's still warm in the house this afternoon. One thing we learned that I'm doing different this time, see all these boards right here on the ground? Those are all the trim strips. The first round, we had all those inserted for the beads to hold the glass once the windows were complete. And now we've realized it's so much easier to paint them separately, and we can custom cut and chop them to fit inside when that time comes.
Yeah.
So saves a lot of time just figuring out some of the processes.
And a lot of heartache, because when we had, ooh, your armpit is icky.
Sweating.
Because when we had those in
That's
the
what guys at
windows
work do.
and painted them, it like ripped the paint off, and then they needed sanded and repainted. So you live and you learn. Onwards and upwards. Next,
We're gonna
color.
let it dry today. Tomorrow, we're gonna add the color. All right, good news today. Our package finally arrived from Amazon Germany. Portugal doesn't have its own Amazon service, and a lot of the stores don't carry the unique products that we need for designing and building our home, especially for these doors. So the thresholds right here, they go right underneath our door and prevent the elements from entering in when it's windy, rainy. Ferg's gonna be installing these under those custom doors he's building for us. So one of the things we were just discussing is the height of the floor, because this impacts the distance the door goes down, the height of the threshold. And Brittany and I are still a little back and forth between our final flooring choice. But for now, we're gonna go with 15 millimeters because it should just make it just right for that threshold and that weather stripping to touch the door. And that is crucial for Ferg to be able to do his carpentry job and make this fit just right. It's really crazy how many things are interconnected around here. And there it is.
So what are you showing me?
This is the threshold that's gonna keep the elements out. There's a side profile of it. It's got little rubber weather stripping there and there. So we've got it positioned perfectly where the window will go and allow the door to close up against it and keep any water that's coming from the south beating against the door, flushing outward.
Gotta think of everything.
It was a very good last minute choice by Mrs. Adventure to pick the gold ones.
Yeah, it was either like silver, which to me feels like very office-like.
Yeah.
The gold has a little bit of a, you know, a magical touch to
A
it.
little glam.
Yeah.
It looks really good with the anthracite, the charcoal paint.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, lovely. That's great to see. Next up, it's just the door
Exactly.
part of the window. Cool. I'm excited to see how all this comes together.
Look, it's a sensor switch that controls the motor that goes to that window up there, the window we can't reach. And Tiago's got it hooked up with electricity right now, showing this
Whoa.
metal part.
Right, so the longer it pushes it out, now it's pulling it in.
Ah, my finger!
So that opens.
Opens it.
And to stop.
I see.
Cool.
Because you can touch 2 times here, it doesn't do nothing.
Ah, okay.
It just keeps going.
Okay.
So you can go back again.
Cool.
Minu's looking at her first fish.
This is a sea mullet.
What do you think?
We're about to put it on the grill, put a little olive oil, lemon on it.
Her tongue's sticking out.
I know, she's like, it's grilling night. It's grilling night. All right, let's get this on.
And that night we enjoyed a fresh sea mullet picked up by our neighbor, fresh from the market, thank you Matt, and ate it by the light of the full moon. Every day feels like a grand adventure here at the mill, and every morning it's time to rise and shine and get back to it, stronger, smarter, and closer to our dreams and visions than the day before. This particular full moon was so big and bright we couldn't help but feel inspired.
Are you meowing? Hi, baby. Hi, sweetie. You're coming to say hello? Hello. Hi. Meow. She's much more talkative than her brother. Isn't that right? Hey, sweetie.
Another day at the office. Oh no, my paint booth. Oh, the paint booth is falling over.
Nothing a little paint can dance can't fix.
Almost forgot, it's totally worth going through and sanding all these after the primer before we put the color on it. That way if there's any bumps, grooves, scratches, just imperfections, drips, we can get those all out of there for a really fine, smooth finish. Nothing like a little added extra hard work to make the job done right. Oh, what challenges. I'm really putting Ferg through the ringer on this project. This window, guys, is something that's got a lot of challenges. Trying to get everything to fit from the upper 2 windows to the lower section of the door and make everything swing properly, be watertight. At least I hired a carpenter for the job.
There's no easy way of doing this.
Right now we're setting the track with the clamps onto the window of the window to cut the rebate across the bottom. And right there is the blade of the router. Now that's a rebate. All right, the concept is there.
Yeah, the concept's there.
Oh, on this side of the window it hits. Oh, dang.
Because that won't open.
Yeah, I can't go all the way open to get past this point. The things that are so tricky to understand conceptually until you actually see it in action.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
I wouldn't have thought about that either.
Didn't even think about it.
Oh, dang. The only way is like this to be gone because there's no way we can move the window out.
Just possibly cut it like that.
We're gonna have a think. So we took off this window right here, and as you can see, Ferg nailed it in terms of the fit and everything for the bottom of the window. The left side's great. The challenges of building a custom window that has never been done quite like this. All right, you guys just saw our window is having problems. I'm gonna pull a little prank on Brittany right now. Hey, babe. You gotta come look. Ferg's about to put the window together.
Okay, but Nino's sleeping.
Sleeping kitty. Okay, indoor voices. Come on, babe.
There, okay.
Are you excited?
I'm excited.
We can take the hidden patio route.
Yeah, back doorway. Oh my!
Look at this. Look.
They have a threshold.
Yeah. It's exactly what we were hoping for.
Oh, I see how it works.
No, no, no. Wait, what? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. This is exciting.
Was that your idea to make this?
But wait, I noticed a thing. Here. Did you get it to close?
Yeah, Ferg got it to close. You can't get to close?
I don't know what I did.
Is it not shut?
Well, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I'm hitting the window.
Oh.
You know? You can put that way. How do I close that?
Oh well, never mind.
We both have known this.
Oh! Am I doing this in the wrong order? You guys.
We wanted to see if you could get it to work.
Well, oh, I see. You've already marked it anyway.
He's marked it. He's
Yeah.
going to cut it off just a little bit.
You're so silly.
But with something that we couldn't anticipate or think of when he came to put it up here, because it's like he made the rebate, made this fit
Yeah.
perfectly, just like that.
That's what I mean. Every single one of these projects, there is some problem that's going to need to be solved that you just cannot foresee. And that's why certain things just take twice as long usually, or more.
I just really like the concept of you like being able to use the half door though. It looks so cool when it's closed. Like in that you can have the windows open and still have a door.
Whoa, but then, okay, so you can have the bottom part closed.
With the windows open.
Windows open.
Yep.
Can you have the windows closed and the bottom?
No.
Right.
Because why would you want to do that though?
That's a good
Who's going out underneath the windows?
The kitties.
Yeah, but we
But
just
they'll
opened the
also
whole
go
door
over
for
top,
them.
too.
Super cool though.
Yeah. Wow.
We were trying to work out whose crazy idea it was to make a window. It's been a right ball ache, to be fair.
It's been a proper puzzle.
I was just at a point where I'm like, okay,
He was excited to close it
Yeah,
himself.
Okay, we're nearly there.
Yeah.
And then I did exactly what you did. I was like,
Yeah.
Just that little bit
Right.
right there.
Well, we learn something new every day. Beginner's mind.
A little triangle off there.
Wow. I mean, it's interesting anyway.
Completely.
that's one word for it anyway. Interesting.
Interesting.
I can think of a few other words.
Oh,
Just a little notch.
very soothing.
Close, but not quite.
Another hair.
As the clouds passed and the guys continued to have a think on how to solve the problem of the non-closing window, that night Drew and I would continue to work until midnight, sanding the dried and primed window frames, painting them their final coats of anthracite, and oiling all of the sanded shutters so that they could be ready for the next steps, which included fitting them with metal flashing, which would also prove to be quite the feat along our handmade custom window adventure. But we loved how strong and fireproof this kind of flashing would be. One little piece.
I love that the kitties like the bridge. One day we'll make ourselves like a really beautiful bridge down here. But speaking of beautiful, Mrs. Adventure, open the window.
Look at this! Our first fully complete window in the lower portion of the mill. The glass is in, the flashing is done. I love the rounded corners. You guys see that? It like blends so well with the anthracite color that you can barely even see that it's there. It's also up here. That's an incredible drip so that the windows and our home are protected from water not entering the house. So important here, especially with rainy season. And to have the glass in now is just like,
It really feels like it's coming to completion.
it does.
There's
Yeah.
so much more ahead, but one step just delights us.
And we have to let you know that Drew did film a whole like step-by-step situation with how to shape and cut and set the lead and everything, but we just realized like that truly deserves an entire episode dedicated to it because it is such an art, and this episode was already pretty full, so stay tuned.
I just couldn't help but want to show you guys in detail how exciting and how amazing and artistic it is to shape the lead and to make it look so beautiful. So our carpenter has a bit of experience with that and really showed us the whole process and made it look beautiful, as you can see on this one.
I also want to say that we were so ambitious at the start of this episode, and we thought that all of the windows would be completely done and the window would be done and our lower kitchen door would be done. But as we've learned time and time again here in Portugal, patience is key. Everything unfolds in its own timeline. So come on in, let's show you what did get done, and we'll explain what still needs to happen. We need this door still, but we do have the threshold.
The new threshold.
And when it comes to the window, it at least closes. There we go. We just still have to figure out how to weather seal the little cube that got cut out.
Somehow we took what was a simple door upstairs and really complicated it. Let's just say we made some cuts. We've got it opening and closing, but we got to come up with some other solutions.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Because some things just take longer, and that's okay.
And that's part of the adventure, the unknown, and part of the mystery of how everything fits together. We just have to let it be all in its own timing, and we're doing it together.
That's right. Patience is a virtue. Love makes us stronger.
You guys are the best, and thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.
Wait, and if you are looking for another Mr. and Mrs. Adventure episode to enjoy, then we will drop this one right here where a bird adopts us and moves into our van.
Oh my gosh,
That
that
was a favorite. It'll
that
make you
was
laugh.
such an insane experience with wildlife.
All right.
See you guys.